The butterfly effect is the idea that small, seemingly insignificant changes can lead to massive, unpredictable changes within a system. Its namesake comes from the example that even the flap of a butterfly's wings can cascade into what would be a tornado. In movies and series, the butterfly effect is usually used as a narrative tool, something to drive forward the idea that even if we could, changing the past is bad, and how we have to be content and work with what we have now, typically because the alternative could be so wildly catastrophic. But we don't need time travel to observe the butterfly effect. Basic reasoning already proves this idea. On October 26, 2013, Casey Wagner was at the Rednecks with Paychecks event. While waiting for his friend to finish using the restroom, he took shelter from the rain by standing under a tree, where moments later he was struck by a bolt of lightning. And before he could even hit the ground, he was struck a second time. We could reason that had he not stood under the tree or had decided to use the restroom on a whim at the same time as his friend, that he would not have been struck twice. We can even examine his friend's circumstances. Had his friend not drank as much that day or had decided to use the bathroom at a later time, that Casey wouldn't have been in that area in the first place. But we can take this a step further still. If earlier in the day he had spilt water on the floor, slipping on it and hurting himself, he decides not to go to the event. By staying home, he would successfully avoid getting hit by lightning. In an infinite and chaotic universe, any number of things could have happened. Currently, Blizzard is in their own potentially improbable, catastrophic situation. You see, recently I've been playing Overwatch, and I've noticed that I currently have 2,179 competitive points. Now, this 9 will never go away. All the variant skins cost 3,000, so I will always have 9 left over. But why does this matter? Blizzard was founded on the idea that we make great games. But how great could your game be if every time I log on, I see this 9? All I feel from it is a sense of incompletion. It is a reminder that there is no such thing as enough. And this seemingly mild discomfort could spiral into any number of infinite possibilities, including the destruction of the planet. So really, all the evidence points back to how it only makes sense for Blizzard to supply me with 1 competitive point. That is, if Blizzard really does care for its players' well-being. Should Blizzard give me 1 competitive point, at the very least they'll know that should the non-zero chance of something happening actually occurring, that their hands are clean. And at worst, you'll be making one of your players just a little bit more happy. Your move, Blizzard.